Hello and welcome. Right, I'm just doing a bit of tweaking. Yeah, something that's better for the farm, something that will bring in the smaller tractors to be able to do this. Also, a very, very firm favourite of mine. I say, money-wise, it's not going to bring in anything really, and we are slightly going smaller. But then that field has given us quite a lot of jip. So yeah, I think this is going to be good for us. Right, we do need to. And we also need to, let's see if I can remember, I keep forgetting this, keep having to look at the... Right, okay, let's go properly to the shop properly. Yeah, although you're still in the menus, I know, but... Didn't I buy another... Oh, I did, it's on. I thought I'd left it in the middle of the car park, I remember I did actually fix it. Yeah, I've not done anything, not really, just come down here. I thought I'm not going to drag you with me. I'll wait until we do the things that we've got to do. Yeah, these are firm favourites of mine, especially for Start From Scratch, especially on hard economy. I have run and not just that, actually, for teamwork. This is probably one of the sets of the mowers that actually brought me into making it realise, again, massive isn't always, you can go with a Kongskilde and it's going to cost you, an awful lot of money, 165,000, and you have got a 12.3 metre stretch, or you can go for my team, which is going to cost you 7,400 and have a 14 metre spread, bigger than the Kongskilde. For 7, of course, yeah. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know if the Kongskilde windrows. I don't think it does it? I don't think that is one of its things. I'm sure it's not. Ah, it can. Right. Okay. Yeah, smashing collector. I presume that means windrower, surely. I shall have to have a look at the Kongskilde. Yeah, it's a while since I've looked at it. Yeah, I think for us, we're struggling with bigger as well. That's the other thing. I don't want to go bigger. I want to go slightly smaller. Are we going to stick to the colours? I'm not sure. I've got the working speed mod on. I put it on for one specific reason, to slow my speed down with one mod. But typically, it doesn't actually work with the one mod. That should we go red? Oh, it doesn't cost us any more. I like that. And the cutter. Smashing. The other thing is obviously horsepower requirements. We can actually probably use this. This does not get enough use. And I thought, it would be nice to actually get some use out of this. Yeah. This is a very small, one of the smallest horsepower requirements. There is a 1.8 meter set, which you could also go with this. This only dropped the other day, but this I'm hoping, and so obviously I would say it's a conversion from the Fendt GT, which is, oh, have I gone the right or the wrong side? Oh, I am the right, yeah. I used to love these. I used to actually get a couple of Fendt GTs as my mowing set, because obviously they were very cheap in FS 19. They're not so cheap in this. They're still not expensive, but to be honest, there are other tractors that I'd probably choose with slightly more horsepower than the Fendt GT, which is a shame. Farmer Andy's worked hard on it, but yeah, it is amazing how sometimes price point does affect things, the way that you do things and the way that you play. You can stick these on any machine, and that is amazing. You always could. You could buy the set for any tractor as well. Right, let's stick that. Straps on, and let's lift you up, and let's get back up to the top. I'm going to cut out, but I wanted to show you this. And we've lost a little bit of money, but I think I've destroyed the courses, as I said I was going to. So we'll be making the courses, and I may manually do the course, or we might just try the course as is with this set and see if it makes the difference, whether we can corner better, because it is smaller. So I'm hoping it's going to fix the problem that we've had with our little grass field. Grass doesn't feature a lot in this Let's Play, and it's not going to, but it has got its place. I'm wanting to be self-sufficient with our sheep. That's what I'm hoping, and we'll need to sort of fine-tune that. We've got the windrower already. Maybe not my favourite one, but it's a windrower. Yeah, it is. You've got to get used to using things that you like, that you don't like. Yeah, you really have. I think you've got to learn to be proficient in almost everything. Yeah, I'm going to say, I mean, the Breddles, I was never... Right, slow down, this is getting a little bit too out of Larry. Yeah, the Breddles were never my favourite, but there is a place for them. When your fields start to get big, you can get 2 or 3, and it's then becomes a matter of outlasting the field with the amount of lime or fertiliser that you've got. I mean, fertiliser's not usually a problem. You could use many sort of systems and get away with a fertiliser spreader, but liming not so much. The big Breddles are very useful for liming, but again, they don't cover a lot of area. So if you've got a team of 2 or 3, again, teamwork. It is about teamwork. Yeah, it's something that I think when you first start playing the game, you think go bigger, go bigger, go bigger, go bigger, but it does get exponentially more expensive, whereas you can often stay small and go for a team that you really don't need to go large. It's one of those false thinking that you have when you... I mean, don't get me wrong, and I suppose the other thing I've got to say is standard workers. Yeah, it's... I don't know, even standard workers on Homo Solo, there was the place. I'd have a 6 metre and a 4 metre seeder, and I'd start on one side of the field going across or up and down with one, and one side I would go with the other. One with a 6 and one with a 4 metre. So yeah, no, we need this on this side, so let's indicate. Yeah, now that is a menace. The way that traffic stops now, workers respond in the same way. You can send them up, they'll just pass the vehicle, and you might lean it. Yeah, you might have your mower slightly out, and it's not a lot. If you look carefully at that, there's not much sticking out on that. All of a sudden they stop. I had one that on the way down to the shop suddenly stopped because I got slightly too close to him in the front, and he literally jammed his brakes on, and I went right to the back of him spectacularly. I don't think that's progress. I think that's ridiculous. The same as them beeping again. I didn't miss that at all. Right, let's switch the engine off and let's grab this off. Yeah, so it's not... Yeah, it is actually now. There's very little for us to do till next month, so we are literally going to speed straight through. We've just checked the animals. I think I did it last time, but let's just have a quick check. Health 30%. Of course, that's because we've only just got them and it's going up. We've got plenty of water, plenty of food, top food, so let's just speed things up. And this we're going to use a little bit more as our mower now. Oh, yeah, we are. Right, okay, I've just topped up the food. That's the one thing I did do, actually. Yeah, just trying to make sure I've done everything. Yeah, it is almost all of our crops, and I just a few minutes ago just reminded myself on what we're planting, and I said soybeans, so that's next April. Sunflower is March, and the only thing we've got to plant is either wheat or barley. I'm trying to think about the harvest next year, though. So for sunflowers is very late, soybeans equally is very late. So I could stagger and do sunflowers on the March and soybeans. Actually no, naturally that. Oh, but then it catches up. I wonder if we should do the soybeans then in May, so that we get the last month, so that there's a month between them, the sunflowers and the soy, or is it? Does it really matter? That's what I'm going to say. Potatoes equally are March. I'm going to move them for realism, even though it's going to be a bigger field. I'm going to go to the field and show you on here. Yeah, we have got the potatoes for realism. Obviously, we have 25, that one there. We're going to go CP1 as it appears on there. That's right-hand side of that. So there's a bigger field, and it is actually, if you look at precision farming, that also is almost all. So we're going to do well out of that, right? Oh, we're going to... No, we will. We'll stick in the potato business, definitely. I think what we're aiming for as well is to assist us buying Field 21, is we probably will put that mod in the back end. Our digestate will probably be reinvesting in stuff this year. So, with no further ado, right, let's just check what's on the sales as well. Wrong one. Right. Sales. We've already got one, and that's small. Yeah, that's another thing as well. If there is a plant or a seeder in the sales, ours is obviously they're really base and very cheap and cheerful. Fantastic, don't get me wrong. But yeah, and also another thing that probably wouldn't mind buying something in the sales if we get anything. 8 o'clock, August, September. Yeah, we will. We've just got our field of barley, which we're going to plant on the left-hand side over here. The one went wrong with the soy. Yeah, because I think it's the biggest single thing, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look on here. I'm sure it is. Yeah, CP3 is the single biggest, and it is all loam, so that should be a fantastic. I did say I wanted a large harvest, so that to me is going to be good. So then, now isn't this the month we need to do our last cut as well? It is. So let's do that first. Let's set this course up and let's see. We're gonna, yeah, I want to do this first because if it goes wrong and it starts to clip things, I'm also going to be, yeah, move you out of the way because you are a menace and you may do weird things. Whoa. Yeah, that's, I'm not sure that was terribly realistic, but hey ho. Right, let's get cracking. Yeah, I know I'm going to feed the animals. I've not forgotten. It's just I thought that I'd set this go because while we're over this side, it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm say, oh, that's a point. Do we need to re-record? Let's have a look what Courseplay reads this like now. If we try and do a Courseplay course. Yeah, nah, it's still going to read exactly the same field edge. Let's delete and see if Courseplay actually I think no, this is I'm sure where it goes wrong, but we'll try. Right, so we want to go, yeah, great job. Courseplay field position C, is it doing the, oh no, it does, yeah, picks it up, but yeah, it is spot on. We shall see though. I reckon we're going to need to do, I think we will probably need to, I always forget you can't see my mouse, cut this little section off and maybe a little bit there. And as I said, if this, that's why this is the last chance for this to work. It really is. If it doesn't work this time, headlands 3, I have to try 4 because this is, oh, it's 7 meters. Yeah, can't read it. It's not surprised, and it's not like we only need to set this up once. So 7 meters, 4 headlands, 1 tool, and go. Ooh, there's a bit of weirdness going on there. And to me, that looks like it's going over the edge of the field, which means it's going to clack into the fence. We'll try it. I'm not going to save it, though. We're just going to, like, run it. Right, let's see. Yeah, we're going to go and do the animals while we await it. How are we doing for food? We've got 41 tonnes, 5 tonnes gone. I don't know. Is that cutting in now then? Because that's only 5 tonnes gone down overnight. That's not a lot. I wonder if it is working. Can't see it going down. It's still on the 3rd growth stage, but I don't know how. I have seen pictures and it's supposed to be eaten, so I don't know if that's working or whether that's just, but we certainly don't need to feed them this morning. That is true. Right, let's at least top them up for water and also see how their health is. This, oh, it's gonna, how much have we got? Oh, really very little. Right, we need to get cracking across the road then, and we've got that over here. Is it a hitch? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I don't mean we could use it, but I think we've got the pin hitch for us to grab that. I'm sure it's a pin hitch rather than a ball. I think. Yeah, looks like it to me anyway. Ah, it's amazing. Some of them are actually, that is a pin hitch, but it's amazing how some things, is it because it's a low hitch? Maybe. Right, okay, well we can't do that then. Let's go grab one of our other tractors. We've got plenty now. I'm hoping, when is the rain supposed to come? Let's have a quick look. Oh, not till 12 o'clock, so we should easily get this done. There's not an awful lot for us to do. I want to roll this time as well. Now then, how are we doing? I love the sound of that, it's amazing. Well, That's the tricky bit. It's that. Oh no, actually the tricky bit was. Oh no, it probably is that one actually. Yeah, the second cut is the one where they always bumped into that fence. So let's hope. Right, the Orion's over here. I remember seeing it as I was running across. Right, so what do we do? Let's drop that off. And do we need the weight? No, not at all. No, absolutely. I've got to say that Rotterink. I always used to say, yeah, Rotterlink, and it's not. There's no L. It's probably Reuter as well. But yeah, if there are any German-speaking or European people who know the correct pronunciation, I really would love it. I do like to get the names right. It's a bit like Poitinger. I'm not sure if it's. I think Mr. CDP says Poitinger. Like he softens the O and the E together. So yeah, I've always said Pottinger. Always said Pottinger. Oh, well, I should have left that front on actually, because we can put seeds in it. Although, no, it's quite a lot actually, so I think that's not a bad idea. Right, let's. We don't soy. What do we want? Sorghum. That's what we want. And let's stick some seeds in. Oh, we've got some free seeds, I believe, over in our thing. Ah, yes, also. Delbert said about selling liquid fertilizer. So this is something that I've totally missed. It is true. I must admit, Mr. CDP used to often buy fuel and sell fuel. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. There really isn't. And also, there's the mods, the way you can create fuel yourself, where you really have got a legitimate reason for selling your own product. Right, I've got to be careful here. Oh, Gordon Bennett, that was luck, not judgment. Cool. Oh, that is a point. Yeah, so I'm going to look into that. I think that's yeah. It's amazing how you're in your own little world. You do your own little thing. You get used to doing that. And you do, and I definitely have. Right, actually, that is a point. Don't we need? We do. Oh, actually, no. Let's just drop her back. See how much we've got in the front. Well, no, there is some. I think actually the back, that's full. Yeah, I think it is as well. I think have we not got any? I know what we need to do. Let's get rid of that. We can grab the seeds in that front. We probably did need that weight, you know. It's doing that thing. I can't tilt it. Yeah, there's a lot of mods that are sort of like coming in and out, where they work one time and then they don't work the next. And I find that very strange. Now then, have we got any or not? No, we haven't. We've obviously got, yeah, it's not seeds. Right, let's see then. Now this is the nasty bit about this, because we can't. Let's drop that back. Yeah, we can't go through there with that. It's way too big. I'm not sure whether this is going to be... Yeah, even though this is this... Actually, I'm not sure this is the smaller one on here. Let's see if we can get away with that. We'll have a quick look while we're here. Oh, it's solid fertilizer. Yeah, I've never seen a look how much solid fertilizer sells for, because it is expensive stuff. So it's another one of those products that really doesn't fluctuate much, which you wouldn't expect it. So roughly 1,600 and sell everything, or the farm supply. No, that is our own. Yeah, that it is. So 1,607 is what we would get. And then what do we need to do to produce it? That's what I want to know. How much of everything? Yeah, I'm trying to see. Obviously, we always sell the digestate to the slurry yard, but again, it's not about doing the same old things. And also, obviously, it's. Is it doing away with that? Yeah, it is. You wouldn't need the slurry yard. Digestate to solid fertiliser, 1,000 plus 80. Oh wow, it's a bit of a. So 10 tons of. No, that's terrible. I'm going to get about a tenth. Oh, it's a liquid fertiliser now. That is worth something. Because that's about 3 times the value for a ton. Looking at it though, 1,000, one ton is worth 1,000. As a rule of thumb, it's slightly more than that. But if you said 1,000 for 1,000, you've got to produce again. It's a tenth. So it's a good idea, but we're going to lose heavily from doing that. But in a Let's Play where I don't use the slurry yard, now that's not a bad thing. Not really. Right, let's top this up. Let's do this as we should and see if we can get away with lifting this without us. And we are a fairly hefty tractor, but yeah, I'm not quite sure we're going to get away with this. Have we got a weight in the yard? I think we have. And this is another thing what I was talking about when you can lean on something as well. Game mechanics do allow you to lean on stuff, which would be realistic, but again, I can get away with it. It doesn't always work, but yeah. You lift and you're going to wobble, you can collapse and you can collapse onto it. Right, okay. Let's fold that back. We will keep that. Let's top it up as well. I don't think we'll need that much. In fact, yeah. Let's. I always do that. I overdo things. It's just the way. I do hate the way that the workers always switch open that front though on it. It's terrible. Right, let's shut that. I do think that is more than enough to do that field though. Right, so we're on Barley. Let's get this going. We've got fertiliser. We limed it. We can see that. Yeah, it's done everything we needed to do. Is already done on this field. So this is field 22. It's a CP course if I remember rightly. Right, let's have a look. So fantastic idea, Del. But and on a Let's Play where I can't afford the slurry yard, or to start with, that's not a bad idea. Really isn't. Right, so then. What am I looking for? Courses. Horses for courses. That's what we're looking for. 22 left. 5.3 metre clear load. Activate. And you're all ready. Let's go first and go. And of course you immediately out. Luckily this time it is upright, which is almost believable. Right, okay, let's go and see how the mower's going. Yeah. That's what I'm interested in doing. That's the bit where I thought it was going to go wrong, where it showed, yes, it going through the edge of the field. That is a point. Can we correct this course? There are some courses you can correct and edit. Let me just see, because this may be interesting to those. You can't do it for everything, though. You can't always edit the course. Create and follow clear current force, change mode, delete, rename, move. No, you can't. Isn't that amazing? You can with some. Hang on, is it? No. Okay. Right. Maybe because it is a custom field. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. So that's where it's going to go wrong. What we could do then is, as I'd like to get this right once, I think we're going to do a custom course. So no, that's right. We haven't. I think we're going to do exactly what I said we're going to do. We're going to treat this as, we're going to do this little bit ourselves. I think we're going to go straight across at this. And now it seemed to cope with that bit over there, the loop over the top by the white fence. So I think we're going to literally, let's just get this going. Let's start custom field recording. Shut that down and go straight across. I was going to hiccup across that, but I'm not going to. And we're going to go right across past our new path. I'm going to try this. And I know it's going to waste wages, but we are also going to run this again to see if there's any point where this goes wrong. Because I think this should work. Should. Let's record past that. We've never hit any of these posts. They were fine. Yeah, I even go in there. I can see the cedar just passing us on the left. Yeah, it's a fantastic feature, of course, by this. Yeah, the draw custom field is something that I wouldn't mind doing as well on camera for those who are interested in cosplay. Yeah, well, one time, obviously this is the old-fashioned way. This is the simplest way, and often, yeah, I like this. It's simple is often good. Right, so that should pretty much. Right, smashing. So we say stop custom field, and we need want to call it CP2. Right, now then, let's get rid of that and let's delete the existing course that we just created. No, actually, no. No, we want farm grass. There's nothing there. We still want to clear the current course, though. We want to create a job. And it is on the right course. Open generator. Has it got us? Yeah, it had. Open and 4 headlands again. That's going to be quite. It's still got 7 meters. Now that's better. There's none of that. It's still a bit weird, but there's no weirdness going around the edges of the field. That's all within the boundaries. I think that's going to be good. Let's save it. Yeah, save that course. Save, activate, 7 meters. And let's start you from the very beginning so we can see this is going to work or it's not. I think it will, but we shall see. And then we'll grab the windrower. Let's go grab. We don't want him to get in the way though. That's doing nicely. Yeah, John Deere. Yeah, I think, although it's not a massive horsepower, Rick. Yeah, actually, that's true. I always do say this, and obviously I've not completely done that, but it is true. Always use your tractors from the smallest upwards, and we've pretty much. Well, no, the Orions out of. Yeah, that is actually. Do we need to? Oh, we do need to. Do we need to repair? No, it's got a smidgen, but we do need some fuel. No, I did put some in, didn't I? Oh, our tick-ups are nice. Have I checked the sales? I am slipping. It is amazing sometimes. I go through spates where sometimes I'm really good and other times I'm terrible. Ah, we still got that. No, this is the... that is a very good price though, I've got to be honest. The 15 metre spread, it's not a very massive thing, but then when you think how close we are to our BGA and the storage for it, that would never be bad. But it is liquid gold. 5,411 for 2 ton. I think that's good value. I do think it is. Let's have check that out. 5,411. How much to sell that? Yeah, you can't look if someone's willing to sell a product. Olive oil. It's higher. Olive oil. I don't think it's the right time of. With hard economy. Oh my life. For 2 tons though. It is. There's a profit to be made, but not a lot. It's not. I don't think it's worth our efforts to charge around the map for a little tiny bit. With it's just taking us away from our primary goal. Right. So we want this, and windrower is over there. Yeah. No, I'm not sure this. I think this is going to be a manual job, and I can never get the hang of this. Even the workers do weird things with it. Cedar's doing a good job. That's cracking on. Couple of headlands are done, I think, at least, and the mower is doing a good job. Did I think I limed and fertilised it. I'm sure it was perfect pH. I'm sure I did. Other end, see the hazards signs at the back. Let's have a quick look, hop on the field and have a look at the data. I always get my angles wrong. Ah, of course it will. No, it's the bit where it hasn't been cut yet that we need to see. Perfect, perfect. So we did lime and fertilise it perfectly well. Smash it. So we need to grab a course. We'll try this on the new field. It might be enough to actually, yeah, cause us not to have any trouble. We'll have a go. That's all I'm going to say. We shall see. Create job. To open, I think only one headland, definitely not 7. 2? We'll try 2. Let's try it. Let's get out and let them get cracking. Yeah, the grass should now be going on the ups and the downs. Let's just have a quick look. Do love this. And again, small is sometimes your best friend. Small isn't always the enemy. As I said, there's certain fields like this where big mowers are your absolute nemesis. I mean, ours was only an 8.6 and it's, yeah, ran into no end. I mean, I know some of it's the shape of the field, but again, that's my point. Sometimes the shape of your field is this the last? I've done too many headlands. So the only trouble is with headlands is you get all those little swishes, which is a waste of grass. You know. Let's do this ourselves because we've got to beat the windrower. I don't want any accidents. Swishes. I'd be surprised if the windrower can do it. Actually, I'm not expecting miracles with that. If they do a better job than I do, though, I got monstrous. You know, I was talking about monster ones, but when I did it, it was even worse. Ah, we've missed that corner. It is surprising. 7 metres. It's I mean, I use the Batwing is one of my favourite mowers. You know, especially as you're starting. 15 grand. Also doubles up as a mulcher. So it is very good value. 6.8 metres. It is bigger than what I'm used to as one of my lead mowers. I've not run the HX20 for a few Let's Plays because again, I don't want it always to be the, you know, the same old, same old. That's when it becomes people think, oh yeah, we go against the HX20 again. It's true. Yeah, you've got to shake things up, which is why that's the one thing I do love about the sales is the fact that it's random. I mean, yeah, I brought this in because it's a new mod. I do always like to give new mods that I think are you know, good, and of course we can afford as well, especially for people who do want to have the challenge of start from scratch or hard economy. It is challenging. You do need to pick your equipment well, and price point is sometimes. It is an important thing. Right, let's move out of the way before we get clocked. No, it's that one. It's a fold. No, that one. Even. Right, let's stick these to right. And another thing I love about these is actually they fold away to pretty much nothing, and you can stick them anywhere. Again, storage, absolutely spot on. Right, let's go backwards. Yeah, that field is ready. I was going to say we did all the work on that already, so the one that's been seeded. We should check that on precision farming in a minute. I thought I changed the rice tyres on this to standards, but obviously not. Very very straight, Mr. Smith. Well, I wasn't aiming for straight. I was not being lazy either. Right, we've not got any... Oh no, it's just the windrower doing his thing, or her thing. Let's see who it is. Right. Let's hook that up to there, ready for the morning. That's a problem. I've actually got some in there. Let's top that up as well. That should all go. Let's just make sure I did do everything, didn't I? 44 out of 46, 18 tons of water, 100% health. Absolutely amazing. Fantastic. Now then, we need to go grab the... Now we go for the big John Deere. How are we doing over here? So we'll get them in on precision farming. Yeah, pH perfect. Nitrogen is going perfect. So, right, let's go grab the big John Deere. Well, on our scale of farming, that's our biggest tractor. So, yeah, 261 horsepower. Is it 261 or 240? It's 261. Right, so then, that's what we want, our Bergman. Yeah, that's another reason I like the sales, because that way it introduces a random element where I'm not picking things. So I like that. I don't tend to... yeah, it gives me... I do love this John Deere. This is, at the minute, I think, the best value, other than the... there's a 210 horsepower Starer, which, again, I've used on a couple of Let's Plays now. A fantastic value for money and unbeatable. This is the one... it is slightly more powerful for a 20 grand Deere, I think. It's still very reasonable, and I would pick this if I've got that kind of money. So I mean, yeah, if you need a lead tractor and you're doing a start from scratch, this or the bigger Starer, not that one that we've got, the bigger one, the 210, that is fantastic value for me. I think it's 57,000 for 210 horsepower, which that's not bad, not bad at all. Right, let's switch this and let's get cracking. Do I go into a time lapse? I think I may. Yes, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. done. Smashing. Let's just check. Weeds. Oh, weeds growing. Right. Okay. I want to do this properly. Yeah, I want this session to be, yeah, everything's finished, because I know what I'm like. I actually forget. I do. I'm a terror. I'll come back on and think, oh, I've done everything. Well, not quite. Yeah, if that is the case as well, what we're going to do is I loaded a couple of mods in, and I always have this, the Gutland there, and I love it. It is fantastic, but I think, yeah, we need to not always have the same old. So it's, yeah, I am gonna have these delivered, but we're gonna take this back down to the no, that's not gonna do. Do we need this? No, we don't really need the, yeah, because we've got our tractor come. Ooh. What we could do is, if we're clever, is my falling off trick. Well, actually, no, this is probably one of the few sets that actually you can reverse up the ramps. It's habits. Yeah, isn't that easy to do on almost all trailers? The ramps on almost all of them are not right. This is my absolute favourite because it is absolutely amazing. It's ramps. Now, this is low. This might not work. Yeah, there's going to be some implements that defeat them all. That is true. The ones that are low, especially reversing, I find is the worst. It seems to reach a crest, but I've not seen much defeated by this particular. Yeah, it doesn't mean to say that this isn't going to defeat it, though, I might add, but. Oh, that's my angle. It is. Oh, it's skewing. Yeah, it is. Let's try that again. That's not the, yeah, that's the person's charger's fault of actually backing it on. It is a nasty angle. I could have assisted myself a bit better. Okay, let's try that again. Let's this time try to be a bit more square. It does help enormously. Still not right, but I should be able to pull that back in. Yeah, that's me. I'm not on the. Yeah, it is. It's doing what all of them do. It's catching that bit there. Now, can we help that? Because I'm sure you can push up and down on the thing. Is it that? Oh, it is that one, but no, that's actually. No, there's a way. Just pull the help manual. You can actually push the piston at the front. Is it? Okay. No, it's not wanting to. Is it that one? Oh, okay, that's bizarre. It's not doing it today. As I said, this is what I was on about. Unless it's the weight of that thing on the back already that's doing something to it. But it is true. It's very hit and miss, all of these type of things. Right. And we'll probably be able to force it up, but yeah. And to be honest, I've got to be, yeah, in real life, would something like this actually do something like this? Maybe. Like I've always said this about side loading. Best thing for this type of stuff is the telehandler, and the only thing that will do that in this game is the big bag winch or the big bag handler, or all of those type. In fact, yeah, you know something. Let's do this properly. Now, this would work probably in real life, but maybe not. Maybe it would need side loading, so let's side load it. So another reason to have ramps probably built as well on most farmyards. Some farmyards. Not necessarily all. But I don't think they're ever a bad idea. Right, let's try and get our weight right if we're going to do this. And also some, obviously, game mechanics don't always play nicely. There are some bits that we can see that actually aren't there, and yeah, you can't attach to, so we shall see. Yeah, it's fine. Bit heavy. Let's keep that low. Yeah, for this type of thing, I would imagine a wheel loader is your best friend, or a much bigger weight on the back. It's also not liking to pick up the mare in that way. That's what the wobbling is. It's a bit of a Yeah, if it gets faster and faster, don't ignore it. For those who don't know. Yeah, like that. It always keep it low as well, and that always seems to have a little. It's not perfect, but yeah, the game mechanics allowing. Right, so then we want to strap that down. That's better. Right, I shall see you down at the shop. I am going to have the rollers delivered though. I'm swapping this one out for normal rollers, and we're going to have a mechanical weeder, I think, or a couple. Yeah, I think I loaded a small one. And actually, to be honest, between the rollers and that, with the rollers I'll have delivered, yeah, I will. I'll pay the shop to deliver to us because they're awkward to have. Yeah, for me to take them up. I could do it, but it's, yeah, again, like in real life, it's that store deliveries are for that very reason. So the gutless should almost pay for. Obviously, well, we're going to take a hit on obviously the fact that it's a few months old. That we've not, yeah, we're going to use it a couple of times though, so it's not still going to be worth quite a lot. One of these times I must hook up my steering wheel to see if I could steer better with that than I can with the gamepad. I did sort of use it a little bit, and then yeah, there were some things I preferred by using the gamepad because you get used to using it. You've used it for like 4 years, and you know, that type of stuff. So, but yeah, I do think it would be brilliant for certain things, the pedals and everything, and immersion as well. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, all my stuff's to the right-hand side. It's just the trailer, and that's not that bad. And I am pretty much on my side of the road. Well, in fact, they, if anything, are more on our side. They seem not exactly central to their half of the road. They seem to lean over our side a little bit more than they should do, as well as flying occasionally, which always makes me laugh. So, again, yeah, it is. I must admit, I've always said that the cars had an element, yeah, an unknown quantity that actually I think is brilliant, although, yeah, their behaviour not so much. Right, okay, then let's do this, and I think actually I might do the roll in next session. What I'll do is, yeah, because it has been a monster session really. I don't like this, mind you, there's a lot of time lapse in. It's going to take sale. Lost about 3,000. Let's put that down. Shut you off for a minute and let's go have a look in the shop. So the rollers will buy, yeah, we will literally call the shop and get them to deliver those. I will show you though. Right, let's see. I'm sure I looked at this and did I tick the box? Did I? If not, then I am definitely going to end it here, and we'll do it next time. I think. Weeders. You know, the amount of times in editing, I can see straight away, and I bet you guys and gals can as well. And then when I'm here looking. Can I see? I cannot see for the life of me. Weeders, where are you hiding? Weeders, hooray! Oh, I haven't ticked the box. Right, okay. Let me see if I tick the roller. I'll at least show you that. I could have sworn I had. Oh, unless it's a roller that I... That's another roller. No, it's not. Right, okay. I am going to come back. I am, so I'm going to see you shortly. Hello, right. I'm going to grab 3 of these, then it's bigger. That's what I'm going to say. Coulters. I don't know what they mean. I don't know what they do at all. Right, I'm going to buy 3 of these. 50 horsepower, so yeah. And and that has actually pretty much taken all the money. I'll just show you the rollers, and yeah, this means I can now remove the Cambridge roller, which is the one unofficial mod, no, two unofficial mods. One's a sprayer, and this Cambridge roller also is the other one. But there's now this roller. Yes, it is more expensive, but it is a genuine thing. So yeah, this is what I'm going to buy at the top and have delivered, definitely. So I am going to see you at the top of the map. I'm going to yeah, we'll put those three on. I'm going to, in fact, yeah, let's do this properly. Let's at least do that. They look nice. I've not used them yet. I'm hoping that they're okay, but I was just thinking it's three of those. It's about the same, but I know it's a team and I know you're paying wages, but again, three of these will get them the rolled, weeded in, yeah, very quick. In fact, yeah, I should side load these. I've got to get into the habit. It's, I suppose, having something like the big bag winch is the thing that enables you to do this type of thing, which you couldn't normally do. Do I need to buy a weight for this? I would say so for this type of lifting, even though it's a telehandler. It's, well, as we saw with the top telehandler, it's still, yeah. Can we do two of these? These are quite light though, unlike that other one. Yeah, my favourite. That is maybe better actually to put the, oh no, because that's why I like side loading. It really is that very fact. Is the fact that it's yeah, it's realistic. You wouldn't really want to stick that outside the thing. You could strap it down. You may even be able to strap two on top of each other. Realistically, hopefully not damaging the equipment, of course. Yeah, these are quite light. 7.2, 200 pounds. No, sorry, kilograms. It's going to be into, not pounds. Now then, let's. Can we do this a little bit better? We are taking quite a bit. Yeah, I've done this with. You can stick two things on these if you're careful on how you do it. If I lean over a little bit, it is after all said and done a telehandler that can lean. Strap it down. It's slightly one more little click, I think. Yeah, I think we can do that. I reckon then that's really minimal. Very minimal. So I don't think that's too bad at all. And then what I'll do is I'm going to cut up, and we're not going to build the rollers because we've done the rolling for now. I'm going to put those probably over in the yard where the, in fact I could put it on the grass. Yeah, because I'm wanting to move the centre of our operation now over to the proper farm. Even though obviously I know we've still got sheds, and that's not going to change. We're not going to remove those. Don't think it would. No, because again it also hides the back of the map. I suppose I could put some more trees there, but yeah, it does suit us to have some equipment over there. There's a lot of grass. That's why I chose that field, as well as it. We're being told that is a fantastic field, which it definitely is true. Chad told me that it was a cracking field, and he was certainly definitely right. Let's strap those on and stick that in its usual spot. Remember, you've got to get it out. This is true. Let's strap them right. I'm going to see you at the top of the farm. See you shortly. I thought I'd show this. Yeah, I know this is, I don't know if this is going to work. We know that it says attach. Now this is the one thing where I'm going to say, this is where the big bag winch and side loading has not really been a possibility. And also, the only way I can get these off with the big bag winch is to drag them off, which doesn't look very, very nice. So if we do that, I've got to be honest, although unrealistic, this is what I was saying about giants working along with you as a virtual farmer. is the fact that, yeah, there are some things that still cannot be done very well in game. That kind of thing's a workaround. It is, whilst such thing is addressed, if it ever is. Again, no, that was, I did want that. Yeah. Yes, I know I'm using the tractors. I've got 3 tractors over here, and I thought, well, yeah, it's true. I'm trying to get this done quickly and trying to leave myself a message for next year. And if I've got the 3 tractors here now, then which I should have one side and one the other. Well, no, both that side. Now, this may not work. We might have to do a bit of pushing. I wanted to try to do this as realistic as we possibly can. So, yeah, this should be able to get this one. I'll try the back one, but I think it's going to be too much of a reach. But yeah, that is one thing I am going to say. This is what I was talking about with forestry, how it's not, the game isn't quite there. There's got to be workarounds in place. No, I think that's not going to nowhere near going to get that. No, it isn't. So let's grab the other one, because that should just about get that. And then we'll go and grab the telehandler, and we'll grab that last one. I'll push it a little. I'm going to try to make it so it's not a horrible push. So it's a believable push, rather than a shove. Yeah, I know it's not right, but it's a good thing. I think Giants, it's a step in the right direction. It's one of those in between things that's going to help you do things. So let's we'll leave the Orion as well. Take this across. There's 50 horsepower requirements for these 3 weeders. We'll set the course up, and I'm going to get them all ready so that next time we can literally just weed this. Right, let's grab that off then, and let's try and make this as realistic as possible. Are you listening, Mr. Smith? Yes, we are not trying to just shove it off as we have done in the past. Yeah, we need to try our best to... I can't grab it. That's the one thing. Again, there are certain things you can't do. Which I think you could do that in FS19, but then the big bag winch is better in some ways. Like for this type of thing, now side loading is a possibility. Yeah, boards. Yeah, I'm going to try to, if I can get in between those two, because they have got collisions, which is realistic. I like that. So it should, if that's the case, it's not a collision on the whole lot. Should be able to just push that to the side. Doesn't always work as it should. Let's try low. Okay, let's try that. Let's just see if I'll leave a star. I know it's going to make that collapse a little bit, but it's not going to hurt it. That's if this is strong enough to pull it, because it'll probably be realistically having the weight of the telehandler on it as well. Not sure that's still far enough over. No, it's not. It's doing weird things as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, and there we have it. That's, I say, I know it's unrealistic in a way, but I have got to give Giants a deal. I can't truly think, with the game being as it is, this is what I'm saying with the forestry thing, there's got to be a few things like that, in my personal opinion, worked into forestry. It still falls short, even with the Platinum expansion, is the one thing that I love forestry. It probably is, that and baling are my #1 things, but it's just not there. Yeah, there's too many workarounds that you need to employ to make it work, and even then it doesn't work. It's obvious to anybody watching, really, that as a content creator, you've got to really work hard to hide the deficiencies of the game. You really have. Right, let's create this course, and we're going to leave it there. Stick this on the side of the field, and that is. In fact, yeah, I'm going to do this off camera. This is. You've seen me do this lots of times, and it's not the most interesting, so I'm going to set those up and off camera ready for next time. So I am going to say my words. Thank you very much for being on this journey with me. I truly do hope that you're going to stick with me on the journey. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now.